Sims 4 really just said, and by the way, I'm going out tonight. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Swiftie and I get to finally witness the Eras tour in all its glory this year, but The Sims 4 just tweeted out their quarterly teaser, which takes us all the way from January up until Aries season. They knew my 30th birthday was coming in April and they were like, don't worry, Molly, we've got you. I'm just gonna break the news here right now at the beginning of this video. It's mostly kits and a stuff pack. There aren't any bigger packs coming this quarter. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that they take the kind of downtime to actually work on bugs, fixes, get last year's expansion packs working the way that they should work. Cause a sensation. Oh, it just reminds me of Segsations. I have a bag waiting for me downstairs. With The Sims 4 this season, I'm sorry, but this is very Eras coded. We have a mirror ball folklore. We have a little boot representing debut, and then also a little diamond for Bejeweled and Midnights. Sims team, you do know I'm the biggest Swiftie in the community, right? Just saying. If you ever have a Taylor Swift sweet treats, you know where I am. And it was followed by a little teaser video. Prepare for a sensationally you season. We have this little jewelry box opening up, 2 highly anticipated kits, 1 beautiful SDX drop, 1 sparkling stuff pack, 1 celebratory build kit, 1 co-created style kit, and cause a sensation January through to April. Let's have a cheeky little deep dive into this so that I can word vomit all of my thoughts and reactions. Jewelry plays a really big role in this. I'm gonna assume that this has something to do with the stuff pack because everything else kind of has its own theme dedicated to it, and I don't just think they would pick jewelry without it actually relating to something that we were gonna get. So we have this jewelry box. It's got a little plumb bob mirror. Honestly, maybe they're just coming up with different ideas for their merch store. I can't tell if these are like Freezer Bunny earrings or cufflinks. I'm fairly sure they're earrings because I feel like all 4 of these are probably earrings. We obviously have the classic eyeball ring, an absolute icon. All I think of now when I see this though is the girlie on TikTok who found eyeball rings and now she's just like doing this with the eyes. That's how I would treat an eyeball ring, with the respect it deserves. I will say this little like grilled cheese sandwich one down here, I so hope that in the SDX drop, I know it's not like an update or anything, maybe before the stuff pack we could get an update. I did see someone mention this the other day. I would love if facial piercings had their own category within Create a Sim, but I would love it if you could either mix and match earrings or if they just gave you the option to actually decide which ear your earrings were on. Obviously, we got hearing aids last year and you can choose whether to have hearing aids in both ears, one ear or the other ear. Earrings, you do not have that. This, I mean, definitely not interesting. Let's be real. 2 highly anticipated kits. We have this little skeleton over here, and then we have a castle. Obviously, we all already know what these kits are because we ourselves voted on them. The medieval castle kit, which is a build kit, won over the futuristic build kit, and then the goth Create a Sim kit actually won over the rainbow core. I do probably think this is in order, but I will talk about that a little bit deeper as we get into it. I really hope these gloves aren't like setting the standard of what this goth kit is gonna be. I'm personally wanting to see like a lot of layering. I'm wanting to see like fishnet undershirts and accessories. 1 beautiful SDX drop. Honestly, they're not really giving too many hints on what is going to be possible on this one. We kind of have this woman like stood with the hands on her hips. She's wearing a lot of jewelry. This again sort of just looks like a brooch. It kind of reminds me of Handsome Squidward. I don't know if this is maybe saying that we're just getting like a lot of free stuff stuff when it comes to Create a Sim. Obviously, I am holding out hope for a Create a Sim overhaul at some point this year. I've already talked about what I would like to see, which I will actually link like over here. Call me Ariel because the Sims team just stole my voice. And then we have this little W. Hopefully it is gonna be a year of W's for the Sims, but we shall see. I think the stuff pack is gonna follow on from the SDX drop, which isn't surprising. I feel like they used to do this a lot when it came to kits, especially when it was a culturally inspired kit. They kind of wanted people to have some of that representation also in base game, so they would add a couple of outfits before the kit came out so that people had free access to some stuff. So I have a feeling that these two are going to be slightly linked. One sparkling stuff pack. They have a moon and a little star. I have seen a couple of people saying like astrology and like sparkling is like the stars, which honestly I also probably wouldn't be surprised about, but I don't know how they would do a whole like astrology pack because I personally want star signs, and obviously I want that to play a role in like a chemistry system and matchmaking and things of that nature, and I would love like horoscopes for your Sims, luck and unlucky Sims, like all of those things. I just personally don't think there's enough content there to make it like a standalone pack, you know? But if you disagree, let me know down in the comments. If you do want to see astrology and horoscopes and things of that nature in The Sims 4, let me know what you would like to see when it comes to those themes. I personally just think I would like that in, say, a game pack or an expansion pack where it's not the only theme. I personally think this ties more into the jewelry because everything else that we've kind of seen in this little teaser doesn't really mention like the jewelry, but it's such a big theme, and we've seen it in these quarterly teasers. They don't just pluck a random theme from the air. Like, this is something that is thought out. It's something to give hints. These two personally look like brooches to me. So we have this little gnome down here, and then we also have this little gemstone. They could be brooches. This also could be made to be put onto a necklace or into a ring. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we got something to do with jewelry as a hobby. And I kind of had my thoughts about this when it came to For Rent, the jewelry stall that was at the night market. I was actually really disappointed when I finally went to the night market, and all you could really buy there was marbles and tassels and then a few other like little bits and bobs. Felt like it was meant to be something bigger than it isn't. Not that I'm saying that this is like an offcut of For Rent, but I do think that maybe potentially could have been a hint. I don't know. I would like to hear your ideas on that one. I personally would love to see it. You lot know how much I enjoy hobbies. I actually attended a 6-week jewelry making course just last year. I made this ring. I'm a really big sea glass hunter and I want to get into making like sea glass jewelry. So I personally would really vibe with a pack of that nature. I absolutely loved the gemstone cutter in The Sims 3, but you couldn't really do a lot with those gemstones. So I personally would like to see it like return in The Sims 4 and see it be revised and actually be something that you can sell and make money from. Obviously, we have that in Nifty Knitting. We have Plopsy. I can see it fitting in well to The Sims 4. I also literally just did a video where I asked you lot what your favorite mods were, what you couldn't live without in The Sims 4, and jewelry gifting was actually a really big part of that. It was kind of on the same romance as like romantic gifts, with being able to gift watches and necklaces. So I definitely think this is something that the community has been interested in. Now, this is the one where I was like, ooh, am I being thrown off with like the release schedule? Because obviously this is like after the stuff pack. However, it says one celebratory build kit, and it has what looks to be a little birthday card up here. I swear, if they give us this and they don't revise how events work in The Sims 4, I'm gonna be fuming. Could this be released around February? Obviously, that is The Sims anniversary. I think it's the 4th of Feb, and The Sims will be turning 24. Or they could just like leave this to like the end of March and Aries season and be like, Molly, we made this for your 30th. That's what I'm gonna choose to believe anyway. I think this is just gonna be like a birthday or maybe just like party in general. I can't see them going for like party in general with having like these little balloons here. It screams more birthday birthday to me, especially because we already have luxury party stuff, which absolutely is not the best stuff pack ever. Although I personally would really love more decorations for parties. I know that the balloons are so lackluster. I always try and make a really cute, like, scene for birthday parties, and it's just not that cute when really all you have to play with is like base game stuff. So I personally do think this is a pretty good theme, and I'm looking forward to it. I really do want like a mirror ball. I would flippin' love that. Imagine if they bring back the 90s like disco balls. Honestly though, not gonna lie, seeing that this is a build kit, it makes me think that we're probably not gonna get like a lot of gameplay attached to it, but I would absolutely love it if you could record like birthday parties to watch back, like either on a computer or on a TV. I just miss the video camera from The Sims 3, and you all just know that I'm down for making events better, but unfortunately, again, cause it's a build kit, I'm like, they're probably not gonna rejig the system. I mean, boom, mic drop. One of my predictions has already come true. I have always said I feel like the best kits personally are the ones that creators actually help with, so Simmers from around the globe, and it looks like we may be getting another one. However, this could be a co-creation, this could be a collab like Modern Menswear. I don't think they would use the like one co-created though, because that feels like special, so this feels like it's a simmer. It is of course a style kit. I think this is probably gonna drop the same time as the build kit. They've really been pushing that recently with dropping like 2 kits in one. I personally think this could be maybe like a streetwear workwear, thinking like Carhartt. This does kind of give me like high vis. Doesn't feel like they're taking the foot off the accelerator anytime soon when it comes to these kits. I was like, if we're gonna keep getting them, I may as well throw out themes that I actually want to see in The Sims 4 when it comes to maybe those smaller things that I just feel are still missing from Creator Sim. And I actually said like fashionable workwear. The line outside the Carhartt shop, every single time I walk past it in Manchester, is ridiculous. And I've personally always said I feel like that's one of Kit's strongest suits, is the fact that because it is a smaller pack, they can definitely like keep up with trends a little bit more, and that kind of is what I'm getting from this. But then that kind of doesn't tie in with like what we're seeing, but I think the jewelry theme is just like a bigger theme. I don't think these are really meant to like show off what we're getting. These ones just personally look like base game earrings to me, whereas this one down here is kind of giving me like 2K fashion, and also potentially could be giving me fairy realness. Coquette. I'm sorry, I know a game pack isn't coming. I don't mean to get hopes up, but like, is it not? Also, this is giving Argyle. Why is everything pointing towards Taylor Swift? Am I just that much of a Swiftie that everything I see just like reminds me of her? Also, love how I'm matching the color scheme. I actually just want to hop back to this one real quickly because I saw someone in the comments asking if we were finally gonna get eyelashes. Even though I know this sim does not have eyelashes, can we get some updated eyelashes and also better heels? Because I personally asked my community what they want from The Sims 4, and both of those things were mentioned. So I'm just saying, from your Sims first accidental or intentional, excuse me, have you been watching my Nightmare Legacy challenge? It wasn't intentional, Sims team. Drowning to the bittersweet taste of a cowplant's cake, you've experienced some truly sensational stories. It's in the flavor of a good old burnt grilled cheese sandwich, the townies' chaotic fashion choices, that's why you put the eyeball ring in there, and the firefighters' celebratory dance after extinguishing your kitchen fire. Every story you tell and every build you make shines within The Sims. So cause a sensation this season, embrace the unexpected, and be sensationally you in The Sims 4. I mean, it's a lot of marketing jargon, isn't it? I'm clearly not the only one who jumped to jewelry. Evan is asking, are we getting jewelry making in a stuff pack? I want to see it. I'm gonna be so sad now if it's not that. Sim applaud, honestly, it's obviously something to do with jewelry. Can we finally go ring shopping? Stop it. Can we have heirloom jewelry? Yes, something that I've wanted to see for ages. Can we have a jewelry store? Can we make our own jewelry? Why can I only think of jewelry? Jewelry doesn't sound like a real world anymore. Thanks, Plaud. And also, just like whilst we're at it, why not just give us a new proposal where they can slide a ring across the table whilst they're both sat down having a romantic dinner? Thanks. Cerudia says, I'm very interested in what this is going to be. Maybe a psychic medium career. I don't think they would do that, especially maybe in a stuff pack, because obviously we had paranormal stuff, crafting things out of crystals. It does kind of look like that now that I'm looking at it. I would love to hear what you lot think of this though. Send all of your thoughts, theories, ideas of what you think this potentially could be, what you personally want it to be. I personally am most excited for the stuff pack because that's actually where the content is going to be that I'm really going to want to play. I am looking forward to the goth kit, but that's just because it's something that I've wanted for a really long time, especially whilst I've been doing townie makeovers, and I've had to use a lot of custom content to get that theme. Are you a person who's wanting jewelry? Are you a person who's wanting astrology? What are you holding out hope for? But I appreciate you all, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.